Coding is actually very boring, and I'll explain that throughout this video, why it is very boring to do the act of coding. Here's the thing, most of you guys, you are probably studying computer science, or you're probably very interested in programming or coding video games, websites, applications, selling software, whatever it is, but you want to learn how to code. And you probably watch all these YouTube tutorials telling you, hey, you need to learn this programming language first. You need to learn how to think like a programmer. You need to learn how to code JavaScript. You need to learn this programming language second, or whatever it is. You need to learn front end first. No, you need to learn back end first. No, you need to become a full stack developer. And here is the thing. What do? Then you go into tutorial hell. You probably watch one tutorial. All right. I learned something. No, you didn't. You didn't even build anything. You just watched the video. And then you watch another tutorial. What did you learn? Absolutely nothing. You did this exact same thing. Now this third time, you probably watch a smaller tutorial and you load up VS Code and you type in the code. You follow the freaking Python tutorial that you just found. You type in the code and you just finished that tutorial. Now you've built something, you've actually built an application, but you want to do some changes, you want to make some changes to the code, but you just followed that tutorial. You didn't actually think for yourself on how you actually create a function or how you create a variable. You don't even know how to print anything on the console because you were stuck in tutorial hell. And that is the point of all this. It is, you don't need to learn how to code, you need to learn how, the act of code, you actually need to learn how to code, because trust me, your freaking boss will slam you over the head if you don't know JavaScript or the given required programming languages needed for the job that you're doing. So besides that, why do I think coding is boring? I believe coding is so boring. It's basically like a writer or an author telling you that they know how to write sentences in a new language. It doesn't make sense. Why would you be so excited to learn how to write sentences in a new language? And then later on, some of them may even become a lot better, and they can actually write whole chapters. They can write pages and whole chapters of this new language that they learn. And they may understand something, and they can mix and match something together, but they just know how to write code. In this new language. And that is what code is. Code is just a tool. It is nothing more, nothing else, and nothing less. It is a tool for you to bring out your ideas and actually build something. That is what coding is for. If you want to learn how to code just for the sake of learning how to code, then trust me, you will be stuck and you will be a very generic coder. You will always be a very generic coder. The reason that I learned coding is basically to actually develop video games. Trust me, if I could develop video games without actually coding back then, I would have never touched a programming language. But I am also thankful for me learning how to code, because you actually need it in today's age. And yeah, you definitely need it nowadays. But I'm just telling you, if somebody tries to act really smart because they know this new programming language called, Blue Whales or something. Let's just call it Blue Whales, and they act really smart with it, then don't get discouraged. They just know a new tool, but you know how to build stuff. If you've built something that you're proud of, trust me, you will go, that is something that will help you along the way. A lot more than just knowing how to code stupid stuff and knowing what a freaking algorithm, if you know some specific algorithm, whatever, it's just, or if you know big O time, you are not even going to need that at the job. All these complex stuff. Maybe if you work with cloud development, and if you want to do that, then this video is not for you. I'm simply here to tell you to build stuff instead of focusing on the act of coding and writing code down. That is not really that important, especially later on. So just build something, focus more on the results and the stuff that you're actually trying to build, rather than learning how to code a language. I'm not telling this for beginners. I'm telling this to you as somebody who has a little bit of experience with coding. You need to you need to build something with all those tutorials that you've watched. and with all those books that you've read about coding or this coding language. You need to learn how to build stuff now that you need to basically become productive. That is how you wrap this video. Become productive, and if you don't, I will definitely track you down and tickle you. Trust me, you